gotta get back to the car because it's gonna get dark. But the reason I had to get off the camera, I can't say on camera, but if you find a way to message me personally, I will tell you with no shame what just happened out here in the woods. Bunch of crazy stuff, let's just say that. I got about 8 minutes before I'm back to the car, so hopefully this trail leads me there. I kind of GPSed it to see what happens, but just to kind of conclude, you know, what this whole talk was really about, and what's most important, honestly, in my mind, but also what I feel like should be important in a lot of, you know, ambitious-minded people, is just, number one, embrace the time you have. Embrace it. Don't sit there and wait. Don't drag your feet. Don't sit there and think that somehow, some way, everything's just going to happen for you like overnight. There's no such thing as overnight success. There's not. You know, you see these people, they make one song and it goes viral and they make a bunch of money. That's not success. A good chunk of money is not success. Success is when you develop a mindset that you're going to win with. You develop a mindset that's going to win for you. You know, when you learn how to help money work for you versus you working for your money. It's one of those things. And, you know, I can't stress enough to people, just find a mentor. Find somebody in your network that has what you want, that has the kind of lifestyle that you really honestly feel like would be great for you and your future family. Find somebody like that and get in their dang back pocket. Because when you get in their back pocket and you learn from them, you find out what kind of mentality they've developed and find out what kind of books they read. And there's a hint, by the way, is find out what kind of books they read. I know people are like, oh, I hate reading. It's like, did you know, this is insane to think about, that people who don't have the ability to read, people who are not illiterate, people who can actually conjugate and read an entire book. Like right now, if someone gave you a book, you would understand almost every single word and be able to read it fluently. Somebody that has that ability but doesn't use it has absolutely no advantage over somebody who is illiterate, who doesn't even know how to. Here's the thing, you guys both aren't reading. So if you're not reading and an illiterate person is not reading, you're both in the same place. You're in the same place. And my thing is, and I read this from a book, ironically, but every time you read a book, every time you take a book that has some sort of influential or beneficial value, and what I mean by that is I don't mean like a romance novel or science fiction or something that's not necessarily going to teach you anything. Anything that's like an educational type book. When you read that book, it is like you are getting a key that will open up a door somewhere. You don't know where the door is yet, but it will open up a door in some place that you get that forever. Like you'll be able to open up that door forever. And so that's why it's so important to read, because I mean, every book you read, you're just getting closer to having what it is you're looking for, because you can actually have a huge key ring full of keys, and every time a door comes your way, you can try it out. See if you have that. See if you can open it. And the worst thing you can do is get to the end of your life and you don't have any keys but a bunch of doors. And that would just be annoying. I couldn't even imagine that. But I just see some guy in a giant fun house full of doors, and he's just sitting there thinking, wait a minute, why am I even in this fun house? And why are all these doors locked? But that's the question you gotta ask yourself, is just, you know, do you want more? If you want more out of life, if you want true success, then become a reader, you know? It's getting pretty dang dark over here, but we're getting close, about 5 minutes away from the parking lot. It's been a pretty cool trip. I know, you know, it's kind of strange just to get on a car and drive and go somewhere with no destination, but I totally recommend it. I know it seems like it could be boring somehow, but when you don't know where you're going, it seems like that's when you actually feel more complete than when you do know where you're going. Sometimes it's nice just to have questions on it that are unanswered when it comes to your daily activities, because I mean, spontaneity is a real thing. It's fun. It's a trip. declare that I want to live a spontaneous life. I want to, you know, do crazy things that are just spur of the moment for the sake of them. You know, have a blast. Enjoy this life. But here's the thing: don't ever squander it either. You can enjoy this life without throwing your life away. You know, you see like people, they want to sit there and get wasted to enjoy life. It's like, dude, wait a minute. You know you can enjoy life without that, right? And, you know, their argument is, well, yeah, man, but I just do it for the occasion. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. No condemnation for that. But I recommend try 1 year. Try 1 year with absolutely no chemical influences, except make up for it by having a bunch of positive, influential people in your life, and see which one you like more. If you like that year with having a bunch of positive people around you with no chemical influences, then keep doing it. But if you surround yourself with positive people and you don't drink and you don't feel like it's any better, then I'll tell you right now, go ahead and go back. You know, maybe that is the life that you were born to live. Maybe, you know, chemical influence is a better influence for you, and I can't speak on that. I mean, I'm not ashamed to say that I've never done any sort of crazy chemicals that can, you know, alter my brain, and, you know, I've never smoked before in my life. So I know someone's like, oh, well, then you wouldn't understand. It's like, maybe not, but at the same time, you know, what is it that I need to understand to be able to understand you? And I find myself very curious to the fact that it's like, is there a whole life in your own mentality, your own mind? Is there a life in your mind that you truly want, but there's an obstacle in your way that you put in your way that you don't even understand yet? Maybe there's things that you don't see that other people do see, and it's up to them to show you. And that's kind of where I feel like I come in people's lives. Sometimes I'll show them a part of their life they didn't even know existed. And I don't do that on my own. I do that with God. But, you know, I don't personally feel like you need anything man-made for that fact. Anything that was created, you know, externally to internally be happy. So, I'm back to the parking lot now. I appreciate you guys listening. Like I said in the intro video before all this, when I was driving here, I mean, I don't do this for money, or I don't coach or talk to people or mentor people for any sort of tangible benefit. But if you could like this video and subscribe, I'd appreciate that, just so, you know, I can expand influence and help other people too. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys around.